Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Spirit Bubble with Kira.
And Alma, hello.
Hi. We have the giggles right now because it's been so long since we've been able to record, and just reuniting is like, oh.
It has us all bubbly and happy and cheerful and giggly. Yes.
Yes. I'm so glad, we get to come together to share with you guys now, to share with each other, and, just really try to dive back into things that we feel like, or we hope that really help you guys through your life too. So,
Yeah,
today's topic, we are going to be talking about not letting people's expectations stop you from being you.
it's a very good topic to dive into because we've talked about self-love before and letting you be true to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And so often both of us experience the path of being people pleasers and wanting to do for others, what they want us to do, and please them and
Right.
sacrifice ourselves in the process. But, you lose track of yourself when you're a people pleaser. And so we want to discuss how being true to yourself leads you down the path you're meant to go. But by people pleasing, it might take you off the track you're meant to be on
Right.
because you're following other people's leads, not your own, right? Oh, I see someone in the background.
Hey! 5 second, there you go. Hey, she's being herself.
Yeah, she really is. True to herself.
Yes! That's perfect timing. That is perfect. Oh my word. That's just so funny. Nice.
So she is
Nice.
so herself, and we love that about her.
Oh my goodness. I would say it's probably safe to say that we both know that we are both people pleasers.
Very much so.
Deep down, we really both are people pleasers, and it's probably like this for you too because we resonate so well. But like for me, it's the deal of wanting to make people happy, wanting to see people happy, even if that sometimes means going down to doing what they're looking for just to see that smile and hear that laugh in their voice, you know?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because you want someone else to be better in their moment, and you want to lift
Mm.
them up however you can. And so even if that takes a little bit away from yourself, you're okay with that, and it because it lifts somebody else up in their moment. And
Right.
so, yep, we
But
both
those,
understand that.
yeah, but those instances, they build up, you know? They really add up. It's like just putting another brick into your backpack, you know? And you don't realize how much that's weighing you down from being yourself and going on your own pace and your own track until it's just so heavy, you know?
Yes, absolutely. Until eventually you come to a point where you don't even recognize who you are anymore. Because for
Mm.
so long you've been pleasing other people. It's like, who am I? What am I doing for myself? Like it
Mm-hmm.
becomes a question of like you don't even recognize yourself when you look in the mirror because so long you've been adding that weight to you. You've weighed down and you can't even
Yeah.
feel yourself anymore.
Right. Like you feel like you're so strong to carry everybody's expectations when in reality you're bogging yourself down slowly but surely. And it comes to the point where when you lose that sense of yourself, you have to stop and you have to think, and do for yourself before you can carry any further. And that's honestly the best thing that you can do, really full time. That's the best thing you can do at all times to serve people at your best too. Because if you're not you in your fullest, how can you present what you have in its best form?
That's a really good point because your best self is what you're meant to give to people, right? And if you're
Mm-hmm.
fracturing yourself to serve bits and pieces to different people, that's not your whole self. That's not your
Yeah.
best self. So you got to come to the table as your whole self and serve everything you have, not just bits and pieces that you think people will like or need of you that you think they'll accept,
Mm.
but the whole self that you love and accept for yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm also willing to bet that that's the reason why everybody is different too, because we all represent a different little piece of the universe, a little different piece of existence. And if we're all trying to be the same piece, how can we finish the puzzle?
That's
I
so
mean,
true.
like, how can we do it? We have to be willing to accept that we are going to be different from the person standing next to us, or the person that we're talking to, or the person that we're trying to help. We have to accept those differences and live those differences.
It's very hard to do because a lot of our culture does homogenize us to make us the same, to think we need to be the same, and that if we stand out and shine in our own light, that somehow we're wrong. But in reality, it feels so much better to be
Yeah,
yourself and to shine in your own light. And when you can stand true to yourself and
yeah,
help somebody by being true to yourself, it feels so much better and just awesome because like you're like, yes, this was me. I got to be me and I got to help somebody. Like, yes, that's awesome.
yeah. And also too, whenever you're here trying to live your life trying to shine like somebody else is expecting, or you feel like somebody else is looking for, really and truly, you're really just dulling yourself. You're not really shining as bright as you could have. You think that because this is what this person is looking for, this is what this person likes, or you're trying to what is the right word? Not please, impress. When you're trying to impress someone by going with their flow, you're actually dulling yourself down.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because you're guessing like you're putting on a show and the show isn't what you are, it's what you think you should be. And it's an act. And like that's not natural. There's a facade that you're playing and it's a disconnect from the true light that you bring to
Right.
the world. And so it there's that disconnect between the light that you are and the facade that you put on. And it people can see that. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you step back into your light and you let that shine, people get to feel that warmth and feel that shine. And that's
Yeah.
what people really connect to. And so that's why it's really a good thing to get to be true to yourself.
Yeah. And trying to blend in with the crowd and be what you think others are wanting is actually kind of a step towards potential imposter syndrome, too.
Oh, yeah. Imposter syndrome. That's a hard one. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just, oh.
Oh, I know. I know. I know. I had to get over my own little bout not too long ago because it was just hitting me so hard, and it just, when it strikes you hard.
It really does because you're like, who am I? Am I really, what am I doing this for? And just a lot of hard
Mm.
questions come at you and they
Mm-hmm.
really take you down a notch or two and make you question some really hard things. And
Right.
it's not a place you want to be. So,
Right.
really, when you get that chance to be true to yourself or people please or live a fake sense of self, step back and try to be true to you, because it's going to be
Yeah.
so much easier to live in your sense of self than it is
Right.
pretending to be any other way.
Right. And also being yourself will draw the right people to you. It'll draw people to the traits and the characteristics that they admired from the beginning too. Like let's say, if you made this friend, right? And you think, oh wow, we're like just alike or whatever, and then you start accidentally mimicking them, or you start, agreeing more and stop thinking about your own opinions because you want this person to stay happy with you. You want this person to stay impressed. You don't want them to, feel pushed away because you have one little disagreement. Uh,
It becomes a fake friendship because you're not really connecting, right?
Right, right. That's the beauty is when you allow your differences to help you shine. Not only are you at your brightest, but now when they say opposites attract, right? I see you.
I see her too.
When they say that opposites attract, it's because you have those differences that you and them can connect well. Now, when you start to try to be just like them, now you're like, you know, you can't put a positive and a positive and negative a battery of a magnet and expect it to stick together. It's that positive and negative together. Oh, dear. Well, we have a star.
Yeah, we do. I don't think she realizes I'm recording a show.
Guess what?
Is that going to be posted on the internet?
Yeah, that's going on the internet, babe.
Oh,
We do these things raw, okay? We don't
Yeah, we
edit.
do.
you're
Yes.
at least have warned me.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Let's hope none of my friends find your channel.
Well, I guess now she'll know
God.
better.
Yeah, now she'll know better.
Hey, life's hard lessons. Oh!
She's our star. Okay, enough.
Now she's reveling in it and is actually kind of
Really.
excited. Oh my
She's
word.
the ham for the cam.
You should share the link with her just to like.
Yes, for sure.
But yeah, we were talking about how positive negative, like if you take a magnet, you have positive negative, right? And that's what causes it to attract, right? But if you're too busy trying to be the positive to somebody else's positive, you're going to push them away.
Yeah, absolutely. It just doesn't work. So you've got to be who you are, that will let the natural flow of things attract
Mm-hmm.
who you're meant to attract. And that's where being true to yourself lets the natural spirit guide you where you're meant to be. And then
Yeah.
you end up naturally. I like the saying, your vibe attracts your tribe. So there it
Ah.
just it your natural frequency goes out into the universe and pulls to you the people that you're meant to be around. And so
Mm-hmm.
by just being true to yourself and like letting your natural frequency flow out around you, you're going to end up with the people that like to be in your vibe. And I think
Yeah.
that just makes sense, and you don't have to fake it, you don't have to
Right.
pretend, you just get to be you. And that
Yeah.
that to me works.
And you get to feel good about it. You get to feel good about being yourself when you put those vibes out instead of trying to match something else.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. It's like when you finally get over that, when you're sitting here, you're trying to make somebody happy, and you realize it's not working, right? And then you finally just decide to let it go. Screw it. I'm just gonna go ahead and do me anyway. You know how relieved that is? How much feeling of relief that you will get, and like, it's like all that weight is gone.
Absolutely. Like we were talking about those bricks that you pile on when you're people
Yeah.
pleasing, they're gone because you're just getting to be you. It's freedom, freedom to
Hmm.
flow through the moments as yourself, and it just feels good.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you
As
want
as my
to.
daughter demonstrated how good it felt to be herself.
Exactly. Gonna share that YouTube link.
Yes. Yes, we are.
It's okay to be a fun memory.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe even the jump start of a streaming.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, like if you want to free yourself from feeling the weight of that expectation, let yourself just be you. Don't feel like you have to match a certain mold to make someone happy. Don't feel like you have to change yourself or agree with something or love something that you don't love or carry a passion for just because the other person does and you want to see them happy. They like you for who you are. That's the reason they're talking to you.
Absolutely. And I think that's the thing we forget, that we have value to other people and we forget our self-worth, you know. We devalue ourselves, and so that's what makes us want to people please, is that we
Hmm.
forget we're valuable, and so we have to think we have to do more to make people like us. But really, we are enough. Oh, house
we
with kids.
we we've definitely had entertainment tonight.
Yes, we have.
Yes. So, guys, if you feel like you have any expectations that you're having to fulfill just to keep someone satisfied with you, please, I know it's hard to do, but let it go. Let it go. Because when you do that and you start just being you, you're going to start to realize who's really truly drawn to you. You're going to start drawing people more to you that are more that vibe better with you, and you're gonna feel better with yourself when you're free of all that. Like, you don't have to sit here and calculate, oh, what should I do, how should I respond to this person, how should I what opinions should I express. You no longer have to do that.
You just get to be yourself. You get to say what you want to say. You get to think what you want to think. You just get to be free to be yourself. And that is just peace and comfort and freedom. It's just a whole different level of being.
It
And it's
is.
nice.
That is your brightest light you can possibly shine, is your own. So don't try to shine somebody else. Don't try to match somebody else. It's shine your own light. And you will find that what comes to you is so much more worth than when you were sitting there trying to match up with other people's protocols.
Very well said.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, though. Um, I hope you guys found this very helpful in your life and you're able to pick it up and you can just really shine at your brightest. If you have any experiences where you just really found that you as you was the best thing you could be, share it with us. We love a good story. We love hearing good experiences and how it affected you and others and
Yes. But leave a comment. We'd love to hear your stories and just, like and subscribe.
yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. Hopefully it won't be so long.
That fingers crossed.
I know. I know life has just been so busy, but definitely we'll get back with you as soon as we possibly can. And thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Hopefully you got something from this, and we're just all going to continue to be ourselves.
Yes. And until then, I'm Alma and this is
Not
Cara,
yet.
and we'll see you soon.
All right.